Let me start with a bitter truth. There is no feeling more devastating for a man than when, in the most sensitive moments of his life, right when he needs to be at the peak of his power, his body betrays him. That moment of silence, those meaningful glances, and that overwhelming shame leave a wound on a man's soul that may not heal for years. But why does this happen? Why is it that even though we think we're healthy, we suddenly let our guard down? Today, I'm going to talk about something that, if we ignore it, we're consciously heading toward a dead end. I don't want to tell you stories today. I want to talk about the atoms that make up mountains. Sometimes we look for big, expensive, and medicinal solutions, while the miracle actually lies in very small and simple things. Most men think that to stay strong, they have to take some kind of magic pill. But the truth is, they've forgotten about one muscle. There's a muscle in your body that if it doesn't wake up, no medicine in the world can save you. In this video, I'm going to reveal the secret to you, a secret that will not only save you from embarrassment, but also rebuild your timing and endurance in an unbelievable way. The method you're going to learn today costs nothing, but its results are more lasting than any surgery or external supplement. But here's a serious warning. 90% of people who start this exercise quit in the very first week because of a common mistake in their focus point, and those are exactly the ones who end up going back to chemical pills. At the end of this video, I'll share a technique with you that shows how you can do this exercise even when you're behind the wheel or sitting in a business meeting, without anyone noticing, and within 21 days you'll feel changes in your body that you've never experienced before. And if you want to know how to be the king of your own moments, make sure to watch this video until the end. Today's world has enchanted us. Everywhere we look, we see ads telling us to take this pill to witness some miracle, or use this ointment and everything will change. Because our minds have gotten used to finding an instant purchasable solution for every problem. We think that if something is cheap or free, then it must be worthless. This is the poison that commercial systems have injected into our minds to turn us into their lifelong customers. Men know this well. They've spent huge amounts of money on herbal and chemical supplements, yet they still go to bed anxious at night. Why? Because they're working on the leaves while the root has dried up. Imagine you have an extremely expensive car, you fill it with the best fuel, but the clutch is broken. No matter how much you press the gas, the car won't move. In men's bodies, the clutch and the power transmission system are the pelvic floor muscles. Many clients say they feel like their body isn't the same as before, they give up quickly and they lose control. This feeling of lack of control and losing command stems from weakness in muscles you don't even know the name of. From morning till night, we work on our arms, we think about getting six-packs, but we completely ignore those vital muscles that are responsible for guarding our manhood. When these muscles become weak, you experience a power leak, like a dam that's cracked. You can't handle the pressure and everything ends sooner than you think. This is where the embarrassment begins, but I'm here today to tell you that you don't have to stay stuck in this dead end. Your body is an incredible biological machine that has the power to heal itself. You just need to learn how to lift your inner dumbbells. I want to talk about an exercise that no one sees, but everyone will see its results in your eyes and your confidence. Before we get into the technical details and I teach you exactly which muscle to contract and how, I want you to do something important. This channel is a safe space to talk about your own health. I'm here to break the taboos too. Right now, write in the comments. On a scale of 1 to 10, what score would you give your self-confidence in intimate relationships? Have you ever heard of Kegel exercises, or do you think they're just for women? Be honest in your answer. Believe me, when you see that there are other men who share this challenge with you, half of your psychological burden is lifted. Liking this video right now also helps me understand how important this topic is to you. If this video gets a lot of likes, I will design a completely free dedicated 30-day training course in the upcoming videos. So go ahead and hit that like button right now so we can move on to the main part together, which is the Kegel power exercise. What exactly is the Kegel exercise and why is it even called that? A lot of people think this is a new and modern exercise, but its origins go back decades. Dr. Arnold Kegel was a gynecologist who realized that strengthening the pelvic muscles could work wonders. But the good news is that men have exactly the same muscles, only with even more vital roles when it comes to vascular function. When I talk about the pelvic floor, I mean a network of muscles located between the pubic bone and the tailbone. These muscles act like a hammock, firmly holding all the internal organs, especially the bladder and lower organs, in place. If this hammock becomes loose, your entire blood pumping system and neural control will be disrupted. But how do we find the right muscle? A lot of men mistakenly tense up their abdominal or thigh muscles. But I'll show you how to target exactly the right spot. The simplest way to figure out which muscles you need to train is this. The next time you go to the bathroom, try to stop your urine flow halfway through. The muscles you contract to stop the flow are the same Kegel muscles. Here's another example. Imagine you want to prevent yourself from passing gas in a crowded gathering. The movement you make to close and pull up your back passage is exactly what you need to do during Kegel exercises. When you do this, if you pay attention, you'll notice that your testicles move up slightly. This is a sign that you're doing the exercise correctly. So what is the exercise protocol and how many times should you do it? Now that you've found the muscle, it's time to exercise. You don't need to go to the gym. The first step is contraction. Firmly contract the muscle for 5 seconds, pulling it inward and upward. Count from 1 to 5 in your mind. The second step is a release. Now completely relax the muscle. This part is just as important as the contraction. Wait another 5 seconds. Repeat this cycle 10 to 20 times in each session. 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. One of my patients said that she doesn't have time. She was told that when you're waiting at a red light, when you're drinking tea, when you're checking your emails, you can do this exercise during all these moments without even your spouse sitting next to you noticing. Why is this exercise more powerful than Viagra? You might ask how a simple movement can replace medication. The answer lies in blood flow and nerve signals. When you do Kegel exercises, you're actually strengthening your body's blood pumps. This exercise causes vascular circulation to send blood into sensitive tissues with greater pressure and volume, and most importantly, keeps it trapped there. The longevity of your strength depends entirely on how well your pelvic muscles can close off the blood's exit valves. It also strengthens the nerves. With every contraction, you're sending a signal to your brain that this area is still alive and active. This action improves nerve conduction. It's like rewiring an old building so that electricity with stronger voltage reaches the light bulb. Control over timing. In 90% of cases, premature ejaculation is caused by a lack of control over the pelvic floor muscles. When you have strong pelvic floor muscles, it's like being a professional driver with the brakes of time in your hands. But what are the side benefits that will surprise you? This exercise isn't just for the bedroom. Strengthening your pelvic floor helps you maintain excellent bladder control as you get older. Your digestive and excretory systems will function better. Even your body posture and the way you stand will improve because your core muscles get stronger. My friends, let's put together everything we've learned today. We've realized that shame should never be any man's destiny. We've learned that we shouldn't fall for these colorful pills. True power lies within you, in those tiny atoms that build mountains of self-confidence. Remember how I talked about the forgotten muscle at the beginning? Now you know that this muscle is the guardian of your manhood. Kegel exercises, as you learned, are like lifting dumbbells for your second heart. If you do this exercise with the same consistency I mentioned, that is 20 times a day in 3 sets, you're actually commanding your body to stay young. I hope this video has been useful for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to watch the next videos as well. Hope to see you again.